All right. Let's give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kwakadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, Shalom, and salutations to the elected Israel, starting with 244,000. You know, the men doing on the highways and hedges, doing the work of the Lord, sighing and crying for the abominations that be done in this place. To you, I say salutations and Shalom. It's a clip that I seen a long time ago. It's been a while since I seen it, and I just want to kind of go over it. I'm hoping this lesson will be edifying and bring more understanding, which to the elect is going to bring more peace, more understanding, more to the hopeful, like more fear of the Lord, but with understanding. Okay, and let's just get into it. Let's see where it go. All right. This is a message of a guy. He had a dream or a vision, somewhat where he gonna break it down for you. Right? He had a out of body experience. Okay, of the Judgment Day. With that, I'm gonna start here. Let's go here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Joel 2:28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions. Okay? And this guy was so-called given a vision. The thing is, a lot of us, even when we in our ignorance, was, conditioned to believe in the Jesus God, the Jesus character, or the Jesus character. A lot of us, the Lord was, giving us visions, giving us, premonitions and dreams, right? He winked at our ignorance. Lucky. Just not getting up type deal. He winked at our ignorance. But there's still some people that, you can learn from, through their experiences. And besides him using the name, of JC, his testimony is pretty much valid according to scripture. So I'm gonna just play this, let y'all hear it, and every now and then I might have to jump in if I get a precept that comes to mind. All right, let's go.
October the 2nd, the most traumatizing and awakening day of my life. Me and Rob will be married 3 years in this October, and in those 3 years, God has really been growing him, and the way he has been dealing with him has been very peculiar. I mean, the dreams that he brings to him, you only know that it's from God because man couldn't think of these things. I mean, and he backs it up with his word. So the dream that you are about to hear is really a testimony from God. And I suggest when you watch this, you not only just watch it and feel that it's something to entertain you, but you evaluate yourself and you make sure your house is in order for when God comes, because no man knows the day or the hour. Because I had to do the same thing.
I remember it was on a Thursday. Matter of fact, let's take it back. Wednesday night, I found myself looking at these different YouTube clips and watching different out of body experiences and different films that they used to scare me. And I would watch it and it would blow me away. It would catch my attention, and it used to scare me so bad that I would wonder. I would My mind used to go in place like, God, is this stuff real? I couldn't understand it because I've never been to that place. So I found myself praying. I remember walking outside of my apartment, and I was walking back and forth, my eyes closed, and just started praying. And I asked God, I said, Lord, if you give me an out of body experience, I vow to share your word and to tell the people what I saw. Not expecting that God was going to respond back to that, because I was just praying out. I was just praying, not actually looking for a response. And after that night, the next morning, that Thursday, October the 2nd, I had a dream. And my spirit left my body. It was like I was in my apartment and my spirit got pulled out of my body. And I would go in these different transits, bright color lights. It was white. Like, the best way I can explain it would be shoo, 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 all the different flashing lights. And I appeared before a blue sky with no clouds. It was like a blue place. No land, no trees, no grass, no water, nothing. There was nothing there but a blue atmosphere. And I would see this atmosphere goes millions of miles upon millions of miles where nothing existed. It was like nothing was hidden. Everything was revealed. Everything was before your eyes. You could see it. And we was in this clear kind of body form, some form of light, as you would refer to a soul or a spirit, and I could see through. It was so transparent, and in front of me was thousands among thousands similar to what I was, and thousands among thousands behind me.
All right. Now I can let's go here to break down his experience using the scriptures to break down his experience is, let's go to Ecclesiastes. Um, mm, yep, Ecclesiastes. This is what happens upon death. The spirit is separated from the body. Okay? Ecclesiastes 12:7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, which is the body. And the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it. Okay? That's what's happening. This so-called out-of-body experience, the body being separate from the spirit, or the spirit being separated from the body. Okay? Again, then shall the dust, which is the body, from ashes to ashes, dust to dust, the dust is the flesh, shall return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it. Back up scripture. Ezekiel 18:4. Behold, all souls are mine, as the souls of the Father, so also the soul of the Son is mine. The soul that sinneth, it shall die. Okay? The wages of sin is death. When the soul leaves the body, it returns back to the heavens. All souls return back to the heaven. All right, let's get back here.
thousands similar to what I was, and thousands among thousands behind me. And I knew that it was some form of a soul. And in the middle of my chest were seeds, multiple seeds. I didn't know what they were for. And I realized that I was the only being that could actually move out of my place and look and observe, smell, taste, feel. All my senses were active at this point. And so, I began to look around and to observe the things that I saw, not knowing that this was a dream. I thought this was reality. I thought this was actually happening, and I looked forward, and there was this great shadow way in front of me, way at the end of the line. It was like 1,000 people in front of me, and there was a shadow, a great big shadow, but it had no detail. It was like as a vapor. And I could see that it was a shadow of something that was in the front. And I had many questions at this point in this dream, and out of nowhere, I heard these words: "Depart from me." And this galaxy, this portal, I don't know what to call it, on the right side of God, or Jesus Christ, whoever you decide to identify that spot of judgment. On the right side of him, there was this big portal that opened up, and there will be stones of fire. Normally, when you get a lighter and you cut it on, try to spark a flame, but instead of fire, it was stones, and they will leak out of this portal. And whoever that guy said, "Depart from me," flew down this place, and the stones were so hot that it would burn everybody outside of that portal. On the left side of our body or our form, it would burn us. And everybody be like, ooh, like as if it was so cold or so hot, you would tell somebody to close that door. It's too cold. That's how hot it was. And the portal closed. And then he sent them so fast that the screams were late. I heard, like it was like, "Depart from me." And it closed up. Then the screams come, "Ah!" And it terrified me. And then out of nowhere, something snatched us up. Like we moved up the line. And I began to think, I didn't understand where we was. I'm like, oh my God, maybe this is judgment. Yeah, I had many questions, and I would hear, "Depart me, depart me, depart from me." And all these different people will be sent to hell. And the part that scared me the most was the people that were getting judged. You could hear when God was talking to them, and you could hear everything they got judged from. So if somebody went to hell for something that you knew you struggled with in your life, you know where you were going. And so I'm just saying, people go, sit there, boo, boo. And I'm seeing the flame, and it's just constantly burning everybody outside that haven't been judged yet. And I could hear some of the people talking to God. And I remember there was a woman, blonde hair, and God was talking to her. He said, "I'm not judging you for what you put on Facebook, but I'm judging you on how everybody else received it." 300,000 people were led astray by one of her Facebook posts. And he said their blood was on her hands.
That's deep. All you artists out there, all you influencers, all you people that got something to say, it's very important what you do, especially with this internet. This internet is a testimony against yourself. All right, if I said that right, properly, testimony, or testament against yourself. Matthew 12:36. But I say unto you that every idle word that man shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. All right. There's another one that just came to mind. That's right. Con. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of the most of Hamashiach, Yahushua. All right. That everyone may receive the things done in his body, according to that he have done, whether it be good or bad. All right. This is the description that's going on, that this young man is giving. You know, just to break things down in layman's terms while using the scriptures. You know, just breaking down the vision. And if I'm incorrect or wrong, I don't mind nobody, you know, correct me. I would love someone to correct me, tell me, you know, I'm going off, you know, and, you know, help correct me, you know, so I could choose my words wisely, because I don't want to be one of those people that's leading anyone down the wrong path based on what I say or do. Okay, Lord forbid, you know, any of us, you know. This thing is about correction, about doing our best to get on the right side, you know, to be acceptable in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But when I seen this video, you know, a couple of scriptures came to my mind, and they're still coming to my mind. All right, you know, into my heart and my thoughts. And, you know, this is just to bring more understanding of how Yahweh Shem Yahushua works, Lord willing. And once again, 2 Corinthians 5 and 10, we must all appear before the judgment seat of the most of Hamashiach, which is the anointed, Yahushua, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he have done, whether it be good or bad. You know, and Yahushua is going to sit there and he's going to judge everyone individually. Individually. You know, the thing is, well, I'm going to let it keep on going, and then maybe I'll be able to break down a little bit more as we go.
Yes. And I know he said, depart from me, and I'm talking about, I couldn't express how powerful his words were. It's as if he said, depart from me, and everything shook. And she was sitting with great force. And the port opened up. She was going, and it would close. And like, ah! And the scream was so late. It terrified me. People, adultery, fornication, so many different things that I could actually hear. And people in front of me were terrified because a lot of those people were struggling or went through the same situation, and they never repented.
Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, that's the source of knowing these scriptures, and you know, the Lord opening your eyes and your ears is for repentance. Let's go here. In Malachi chapter 3 verse 5. And I will come near to you to judgment, and I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers, and against the adulterers, and against false swearers, and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages, the widow and the fatherless, and that turn aside the stranger from his right, and fear not me, saith the Lord of hosts. And that's the main thing, man. A lot of these people are going to die ignorant without even knowing why, because they have no fear of the Lord. Without no fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you have no knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of, period. I'll put it that way. You have no knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, period, of how he operates, of how he moves, what he wants, what his overall expectation of things, life or death. You have no understanding, just in your ignorance, in your folly, right? Which is actually just people that dwell on, trust in, and believe in Esau Edom. Let's get that, because the Akim always love to bring it out, you know. Yeah. You have no understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This is what you have. Colossians chapter 2 verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, worthless lies, useless lies. All right, you know, the education system. You know, the go to kindergarten, go to grade school, go to high school, go to college. Right, the spiritual sector. All right, you got Christianity, you got Islam, Catholicism, you got Buddhism, you got Rastafarian. All these philosophies of vain deceit. All right, so on and so forth. This is the way you're supposed to operate in life, and it's totally opposite compared to the 100% doctrine, the truth, the scriptures. Yes, even Christianity. You know, which is Catholicism, which is Roman dogma. All right. The Lord said these people shouldn't even have picked up the book since they cast His ways behind them. They have no reason to even pick, roughly paraphrasing. They have no reason even to let alone teach the world. You know, because they don't even have it inside them to even to keep what's in the book, to keep the scriptures after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach Yahushua, rudiments. What does that mean?
Rudiment.
The first principles of a subject. Basic principles, basics, fundamentals, the elements. All right? Like I said, from kindergarten all the way to college, you know, if you went to college. If you if you even made it out of high school. You know, a lot of our young men, our people, you know, we don't even make it out of high school. All right? Going to church every Sunday and Wednesday. These are vain deceits. These are the rudiments of the world, controlled by Esau Edom. You know, you can eat. It's okay to eat shrimp, lobster, crab, pork. All these things that Yahweh Shema Shai has set up to regulate the world. All these things the Lord has set up to regulate the world according to His will, according to how He created things from the beginning. Now you going off there, you destroying your body, your temple, by eating these abominable things, and on top of that, you're destroying the world. Now what the Lord gonna get rid of y'all? Yeah, Revelations, here we go. Revelation 11:18. Starting with Esau Edom. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldst give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great. Okay, that's the elect. Start with the 144,000, 12,000 men from each of the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, that fear the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But to who else? That's for the elect, small and great. And should have destroyed them which destroy the earth. Those that believe in the rudiments of Esau Edom, the basic building blocks and principles of the wicked rulers of this world right now, the so-called white man. This is your judgment, the destroyers of the earth. All of y'all that's still engulfed in sin, doing things that throw off the nature and the course of Yahweh Shem Yahushua's creation. Yep. Psalms 82:5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. Because let's get it. What's that proverb? I want that proverb. That proverb. That proverb. Mm-hmm. Whoso despised the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. Okay? Those that despise the word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, Psalms 82:5 again. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. You know, because of people. Because for one, Esau Edom being the devil, the accuser of the brethren, Satan, the deceiver. You know, the so-called white man, his philosophies, his rudiments, his basic principles are adverse to the truth, to the word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And all those that follow after him, y'all destroyers of the world. Y'all make this world go out of course. Y'all walk on in darkness. Y'all will not hearken to the word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. They love the dark. They love the dark, man. And therefore you will be destroyed. Yeah. John chapter 3, verse 19. And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds be reproved, lest you repent. All right? But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in the Most High, that they are worked in the Most High. And that's what this thing is all about. It's a process of returning back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to the best of everyone, to the best of your ability, seeking him 10 times more than when you were in the world, after you come into this light, into this glorious light, this truth.
A lot of those people were struggling or went through the same situation, and they never repented. So 1,000, 1,000, sent here. They would go to.
And there's no such thing as hell. Hell is a condition. Now this spiritual part that he's going into, as far as being in his line, standing before the judgment seat of the Most High. This is let's go here to Exodus. This is where a factor of regeneration comes into place, or reincarnation comes into the place. Exodus chapter 34, verse 7. This is the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. This is actually standing before the judgment seat of the Lord. You know, as we read in Ecclesiastes, from the beginning, when you pass, the body is separated from the spirit. The spirit is separated from the body. The body goes back into the dust from where it came, into the earth. And the spirit goes back into the Heavenly Father. All souls are His. Okay? And then every third or fourth generation, we stand before that judgment seat of Yahweh Shem Shah. Now that the dominion is given to Yahweh Shah, we stand before Yahweh Shah. You know, and then, you know, when the guy talk about that, and the portal open and close and all that, now I perceive it to be, you know, if I'm wrong, please correct me. Us being sent back into these bodies as babies. Us being sent back into these bodies as babies. You know? And who's to say, I speak as a man, that those judgments, while the world is on fire, while Jacob's trouble going on, while missiles being shot, the Lord might still be judging. Sending people down here to be judged as babies, to burn up, coming out their mama's womb, through the seed of a man, to be burnt up, tossed in the like he said, the fire and brimstone. Every time that portal opened up, you know, the souls could feel that, how cold it was. It was that hot that it felt cold. The fire and brimstone, hell on earth. Here in America, the lake of fire, America being put on fire. Not only from that, but not only from the nuclear missiles, but also from the fire coming from the chariots. But this is the point. Reincarnation. Keeping mercies for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, and that will by no means clear the guilty. Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, and upon the children's children, unto the third and the fourth generation, being judged, going before the judgment seat of Yahweh Shem Shah, every third and fourth generation, being put back down here on earth. Let's get that in Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment. All right. The place of judgment under the sun. Where's that at? Here on earth. That's here on earth. This is the place of judgment. There's no such thing as hell. As far as, you know, a lake of fire and all that stuff, like this guy, the video he was watching at the beginning of this thing where they was throwing people in hell. That's a made up thing that came from Catholicism, you know, from the Roman dogma, from the Roman Catholic Church. You know, from the Greek mythology. You know, the Zeus and Hades, and a place where everybody go to burn, and Hades supposed to be, you know, the ruler of the underworld, and that's just the rudiments of man, for the vain deceit of men, lies. Hell is not a place that you go and you burn forever. How is that possible? And the Lord have mercy. What place of mercy is that for the Lord to create for people to just go and burn forever? That's a lie. The Lord even gonna have mercy on Esau, because he's gonna just get rid of him. After 1,000 years of captivity, he's gonna get rid of him. And why would the Lord have somebody burning forever? All right. Ecclesiastes 3 and 16 again. And moreover, I saw under the sun, which is the place of judgment, which is the earth, that wickedness was there. Is not wickedness here in the earth right now? Right? Is this not? Okay, if you had a picture of a place called hell, and you got all these demons running around, killing people, stabbing people, is that not what's happening right here on the earth? If hell is supposed to be a spiritual place, there's going to be what? There's going to be swords and swords and guns and stuff in a spiritual place. That don't make sense. No, hell is right here on earth. What takes place as a form of hell, a hellish condition, or a really bad situation, an evil time, is here on earth. And the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. The place of righteousness is our homeland, Israel. And iniquity is there because it's being ruled by Esau, Edom, Amalek, the higher ups of Esau, Edom. All right, let's go back.
But they were flying. They was flying so fast. I've never seen something so fast. And it got to the point where I was next in line, and he called me up, and he started talking to me. And keep in mind that our life held us hand to hand. So anything we did in our life, our life testified against us. So you couldn't lie because your life testified. Say, yes, you did this at this time, yes, you did. And whenever God would speak to me, you would see a big screen, like you would see as if whatever God says, it comes to life. And so he started talking to me, and he started telling me everything that I could have did better. And at this point, I'm like, okay, God, I could do this better. I did it, I did okay with it, but I could have did better. So he began to say other things, and he brought up this specific woman, and he asked me why didn't I forgive her, and he gave me her specific name. I'm not going to say it. He gave me her specific name, and I knew exactly what he was talking about. He asked me why didn't I forgive her. I said, I did, God, I did forgive her. He said, well, if you forgave her, when you get on the phone and talk to her, why is it that you treat her like the situation happened all over again? And I'm like, God, but I did forgive her. He said, well, if you forgave her, why are those seeds still in your chest? And I looked down. I was like, oh my God, that's what those are for. Those are seeds of what I did in my life, the things I didn't forgive. So he was talking to me, and I was like, oh my God. And he told me, he looked at me and said, because you didn't forgive her, I didn't forgive you some of your sins. And I was like, oh my God. And he started telling me so many other things, and he ain't told me not one good thing yet. And at this point, I'm getting terrified because my mind is starting now going to a place where I'm imagining how hot this fire is going to be when this portal open. And so, I'm scared. I didn't know how to explain how terrified I was. Words can't describe. When you meet God face, words can't describe how terrifying it is to look your Creator face to face. And where there's nothing hid from Him. There's nothing. Your inner thoughts are revealed before Him. Your perception, how you feel, everything that you hosted in this body is presented before Him. And so, I got to a point where I didn't want to hear God no more. I was really turning my head because I was afraid that, it's already made his mind up.
And that's the part I could pull up that Job, on a small level. Because before the Lord, you are going to testify against yourself. And let's get that Job 15 and 6. Open that up. Okay. Let's go back and see what I want to see, but that's good to say this. Thine own mouth condemneth thee, and not I, yea, thine own lips testify against thee. But I think that's all I really want to get out of this experience.
You know, it's already made his mind up. I was so afraid, and so I turned my head, and he would just constantly tell me everything that I didn't do right, or I should have did better. And at this point, I knew I was going to hell. I knew it. I was fully persuaded that this was it. So I turned my head, and I was like, I don't want to hear no more. You know, my mind, I don't hear. I'm just really trying to imagine how hot hell is going to be. I'm like, oh my God, Lord, I have no more chance. If I go down there, I can't come back. Like, Lord, please don't send me to hell. Please, like, God, please. I'm begging you, and I'm more terrified. I was more terrified than I can express. And so I turned my head, and at this point, I no longer wanted to hear what he had to say, because I knew at this point, you know, I was going to hell. And I would have my head turned, and out of nowhere, there was this warm feeling that would come over the interface of my soul. And I would turn my head, and it would go in slow motion, and the tears would fly from my face. And I looked at God, and I was looking at his judgment. What was going to be my judgment? And he looked at me, he said, face to face, you don't get it well done. You get it, you barely made it. And he stepped back and said, come. And at this point, I was so confused. I'm like, oh my God. And on the left side of God, heaven would open.
Oh, fuck. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Golly, man. Don't do that. Ain't that a bitch? Why y'all doing that right now? They were trying to mess with me, man. So lucky, family. I'm gonna have to come back to this some other time. I'm gonna just close out. Evidently, I'm gonna have to close out. No connection. If I can, let me get this one last precept. That's crazy, man. Ecclesiasticus chapter 38 and 32, 23. Golly, man. Salakia, family. I'm gonna have to close out. Well, let me read it. Let me read it from my phone. Ecclesiasticus chapter 38, verse 23. When the dead is at rest, let his remembrance rest, and be comforted for him when his spirit is departed from him. Okay? So we at rest. You know, we at rest whenever, you know, we separate from this body. We go back to the heavenly realm. You know, we at rest. Our people are we're in our right mind. We're thinking right. You know, we know the truth. We're in our rest. And that's why it's hell to come back down here on earth. In this kingdom. At this point in time as an Israelite. Okay? As an Israelite, no matter if you're a man or a woman. That's why, you know, he said those screams. Those screams. He said they come late. You know. That's imagine, you know. When you wake up in your body as a baby, that's why you crying. You crying like a baby. You're like, why am I here? I'm here again. Go through this hell. All the peace. I was at rest when I was in you know, with the Lord. You know, I was at peace. You know, you were at rest when you were in the heavens. But when you here, man, you gotta go through hell. We gotta go through these curses until Yahweh shall return, man. We gotta be patient. We gotta be humble. We gotta be of a contrite spirit. You know, begging, you know, the Lord, being repentative every day, begging the Lord for mercy. You know, that he have grace upon us. You know, that he, you know, have mercy upon us. You know, I'm going to leave off right there. I hope this lesson is edifying. You know, it brings more understanding about life and death. And, you know, the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai and how he operates, that there's no such thing as hell. You know, hell is, you know, being put here on this earth to serve the place of judgment under the sun, to serve out our sentence, you know, until Yahweh shall return and redeem us. You know, I don't know what happened. Well, I can't record right now, but you know, it is what it is. With that, we're going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kwakadash. Double honor to our elders and apostles of GMS. And to elect Israel, endure, Adawan Ratazah, endure. Till next time, Kwam Yasharallah, Wa Abad Babar.